What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks NBA. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. No basketball having to start. I'm coming to you right before tip-off here. Actually, I'm lying. It just tipped off. So that's cool stuff. Looking very much forward to watching this basketball game. So I'm going to kind of get through this. You know the teams, you know the dance. This is your chance. Live every moment, leave nothing to chance. Or no, I just said chance twice. That was stupid. But anyway, Bet365 isn't stupid. They're great. You simply bet $1, get $200 in bet credits when you go to the video description box below. Click on that link, and you have to be in one of these 4 states. It really sucks. Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia. Got to be in one of those 4. I don't know. I don't make the rules. All I know is that if you're in one of those 4 states, do you want $200 in bet credits to fire up in the NBA and MLB streets tomorrow? I bet you do. Easy enough. You go to the link below, deposit $10 or more over at Bet365 and get $200 in bet credits when you bet $1. That seems like a pretty good deal. Worst thing that could happen. You deposit $10, you bet the 1, you lose the 1. You bet the other 200, you lose the 200. You're down $10. It's a great deal. So $200 in bet credits. Try it out. Home run props are flying. Eric hit another one today. Matt Olson. Woo. You can sign up for that in the video description box below too. My betting card every single day. 4 homers. Picked 4 homers. First at bat, first guy. It's gone. That's fun. Anyway, MLB, Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks here on the Odd Shopper channel. I know that there's some crossovers, some people watching both of them. I really appreciate all of you. You guys are the absolute best. But hopefully my Tuesday NBA bets come to fruition here. Ended up on some unders in Denver, Phoenix. Normal stuff, just like, very normal for Miami to be up 3-1 going back to the Garden. Just like Lakers being up 3-1 going back to Golden State. What a time to be alive. Let's talk about those 2 games, shall we? Let's get to the picks. Just saying, it was a 5-0 day on Sunday. 4-1 day over on Monday. We're going to try to keep the momentum rolling here with Miami and New York. And my God, has anybody really figured out what's going on with Miami? Why they keep winning basketball games? And now the Knicks, well, doubtful again is Emmanuel Quickly. They needed some perimeter defense because they had the offense. Jalen Brunson looked awesome. Yeah, he might be dinged up with that ankle, but he played 44 minutes. Tom Thibodeau, no mercy. Just continuing to roll his dude out there for as many minutes as he can handle. It's a little strange to me as Quentin Grimes played 42 minutes coming out of there. Josh Hart, 22 minutes. They are trying to find something that is going to work for them. And Josh Hart isn't going to bring them a whole lot of offense. 2 for 6 from the floor. He's out there to rebound. He's out there to hustle. He's out to do those things, which seems like it would fit in perfectly in a Miami series. And yet it just hasn't really been there for Josh Hart, who has been a major catalyst for this Knicks team. And Julius Randle, finally some efficiency from the floor, 8 for 13 in that game, 20 points, had the foul out, had the 6 turnovers. So lots of bad things to go with it, but I mean, that's still improved. And it seems as though he keeps getting healthier with every game. But again, Jimmy Butler, 27, 10, and 6. I mean, this dude is just out here, and 10 assists, by the way. So it's 27, 6, and 10 to be exact. So 42 minutes from him. Bam Adebayo came for the party finally, 23-13, 23-13 and 2. Enjoyable stuff that they got of them. And great minutes off the bench. 26 minutes from Kyle Lowry, 4 for 6 from the floor. Efficiency, started to, do the things that he needs to do to be effective out there. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, just filling the stat sheet up in other ways rather than just his 15 points. But hey, scoring, tough to come by in this one. But as I said before, that was too low of a total at 206. It closed at 209.5. That means we're all winners. Yay, 210 from that one, from the lock last time around. We're not going near 209.5. You know why? Because it's freaking efficient. Mr. Bigglesworth, throw me a bone here. Boss, need the info. Okay, I just did my nerdy movie quote for you for the day. So I might as well just get to the picks here. I am looking at another lethargic, gross game. And what's wild about the card today, I don't think this has ever happened, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles, because I know I've had some mores. All of my plays go towards unders. These books are jamming up these numbers because people are still going to take overs on them, apparently. So we want to be on the other side of this. Now it's at 209.5. Now it's efficient, but now these player props are just a little weird. And if you go down the list on Odd Shopper, which you can sign up for below as well, which is a market-based approach. We are looking at other books, comparing them to, sharp books, and having an opportunity to identify some really good plays. Every play, as of recording this right now for Wednesday slate, Tuesday evening here, is an under. We have 12 straight plays that are unders before you get to your first over. And I'm not going to be playing Austin Reeves and over with this right now. Yeah, it's not going to be good. RJ Barrett over 1.5 threes. No, thank you. Speaking of that, RJ Barrett, he's our first guy that I'm leaning and thinking about. And it just comes down to there's no Emmanuel Quickly. Now Quentin Grimes out there playing some meaningful minutes. There's still a chance Quickly could join in for the party, but I think it's pretty safe to say that Jalen Brunson going to be handling the basketball, and they will win and die by Jalen Brunson, as they probably should, because nobody else is adding a lot to the fray. RJ Barrett, he has now not gone over 3.5 assists in 3 straight. Now, he had the 7-assist game against Miami at home, game 1. Maybe that kind of inflates these numbers, but 3 straight where he has not been looking to distribute. His absolute floor here feels like he's going to have a 1-assist type game because, 25 minutes, it was a blowout in game 3. This is going back to the Garden. I still expect him for 35 minutes here at the very least if this game is competitive and it's not a 40-point blowout. Because, again, you're playing till the end with your dudes here if you're Tibbs, but maybe Josh Hart finds his way on the floor in a certain whatever. What I'm getting at is I project him for around 2.8. That's not good enough, I don't think, to be putting it on the board here right now at the current juice. But this is definitely one to keep your eye on because I do think that unders are the name of the game as of recording this right now. Lines are going to move. You got to be responding to the juice on things, and it's really hard for me to say that this isn't a good play. Minus 165. I get that it's a ton of juice, but I know you parlay people are out there. Really tough to imagine a scenario where he goes over this number unless something happens to Jalen Brunson or Julius Randle and he just gets into ball handling duties a little bit more. All right, that's not on the card here yet. This one is Knicks money line. Hello, how are you this fine day? I get it. They are 3.5-point favorites. That seems to be the prevailing number everywhere. It is a super low total here as well, but from a money line perspective, minus 160 is actually value as it stands right now. There are some minus 165s, minus 170 is where it opens some other spots. But hey, wouldn't you know it, best current line available, bet 365. So if you're looking to parlay anything, New York Knicks money line, you guys have the best available line. It's unfair to the other 46 states. Well, there's a lot of those states that don't have, you know what I'm saying. Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia, you have the best available line on the money line here for bet 365. Take advantage of that in the video description box below. It's great stuff. And hey, now I don't have to talk about it in the interim here. We will continue on our merry way. I'm just saying, this seems like a spot going back to the Garden. The Knicks are going to give them everything they can handle. I still don't believe Miami. I don't get this. They just keep winning basketball games. Milwaukee. Eric Spoelstra is an incredible coach. Don't get me wrong, but no Tyler Hero, no Victor Oladipo, no problems apparently. This is just wild stuff. Just play a lot of defense, keep this thing ugly, and let Jimmy Butler be God. That seems like their game plan every single game. He has been a God the last couple games though. My favorite play to short on the entire board. His name's Max Strus. What is going on? The last 3 games entirely, 17, 19, and 16. I don't believe this shooting for 1 second that this can be sustainable. 7 for 12, 7 for 14, 6 for 13 from the field. He is shooting legitimately 50% over the course of the last 3 games. Nope. Tibbs has got to do something. Tibbs, send Josh Hart out there to wreck his soul. Put Quentin Grimes, who's a defensive guy, that's his point of being out on the floor, have him in Max Strus's hip pocket. I know that's an undersized situation, so maybe that's not the best idea, but Max Strus is just sitting on the perimeter and knocking down shots to a certain extent. At least he's attempting a lot of them on the perimeter. 3 for 10, 4 for 10 his last 2, 3 for 7 the game before that. So, I mean, still about average from 3 in that regard, but come on, you got to do something because he's cutting to the basket. Jimmy Butler's creating lanes for him. Bam Adebayo getting back to what he does, which is opening up lanes for other guys as well. One of the better passing bigs. They haven't even had to utilize that in any of these series so far or in the entire regular season. And part of that was Kyle Lowry's, but that's a conversation for a different day. I want you to jam this. This is just fantastic stuff. Max Strus, under 16.5 PRA. I get it. He's gone over points alone in a lot of these spots, but it's just the hot hand approach. It's like D'Angelo Russell. You got to take Max Strus off the floor if he's not knocking down shots. So if he gets going hot, it's not going to look good. This play's going to look really bad. You're all going to make fun of me. I'm going to go crying to... No, I'm not going to go crying to anybody. I'm a big boy. I'll put on my big boy pants. I'm okay. But it's all right to cry. Crying's okay. I will cry if Max Strus goes under 6, or it doesn't go under 16.5. Just for you. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. Let's go to the next game, shall we? No need to talk about it. I've talked about Bet365 enough. Alicia, let's go to the Night Hammer, the game we all want to watch. Golden State and Los Angeles. Sorry, I was bringing the energy. I just felt like it. Lakers, Golden State Warriors. It's going to be a fun one. We're looking at a pretty great situation here. 7.5 or 7, depending on which book you're looking at here at open. That's a hefty number. That's a spicy meatball, that's for sure. 226, another efficient total. So wild that we were able to hammer a total and put that in a lock. But you know what? Daddy's good at his job. I can't help it. I love chaos. So either way, my goodness, I don't know what Golden State's doing at this point. Hey, at least they had a starting lineup that made sense to me, not putting JaMychal Green out there for another situation. Now, JaMychal Green still played a couple minutes here and there, and it is what it is. Jordan Poole not even really in the rotation, which was fantastic because, I don't know, he's not very good right now, or he's never been good, so it is kind of what it is. Kind of feel bad for him, but also I kind of don't because, well, I feel bad for him getting punched in the face by Draymond Green. That couldn't have been fun. But either way, I'm looking at the rotations. 23 minutes from Gary Payton getting inserted into that starting lineup. 7 for 9 from the field. Also, did you watch him throw up in his hand and then hold it in his mouth and get off the floor? It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious, though. Anyway, he went to the locker room. Just made me laugh. I think I just freaked out our producer. She's probably not coming back to work tomorrow. Oh, no, she's okay. She's laughing. We're having fun. We're having fun, just like the Golden State Warriors are not at the moment. Down 3-1, must win. Yes, every game being a must win. And the Warriors, they have some familiarity with 3-1, and it hasn't always gone well for them, even when they were the ones up 3-1. Just throwing it out there. LeBron looking to close the door. And remember when they got absolutely bamboozled there in Game 5 against Memphis? Had to go back home to close it out, where they extra bamboozled the Memphis Grizzlies. I don't really see that one happening here. However, there's no doubt that the key for Golden State, if they want to be effective in this game, is whatever the hell they did in that second half to Anthony Davis. And you know what I think they did? They made him work a lot on the defensive end of the floor. Now, he's already one of the best defenders in the NBA, but that was the first game in a long, long time where Anthony Davis has had 0 blocks. And you want to know why? Because Golden State's a perimeter shooting team, and you pull him from the basket and you don't go at Anthony Davis because it's just a wasted possession. Even if you get 2, you got Steph Curry, you got Klay Thompson, you have Jordan Poole for 4 minutes. You know, you do what you need to do. You get Anthony Davis in the pick and roll at the top of the key, and you make life hell. And hey, AD for one possession made an incredible stop there to close out that game. We needed it. That 2.5 Lakers, it was nice. Good to get a cover. It was, oh man, it was a sweaty one. But either way, 43 minutes from Anthony Davis, 15 boards, but they are going to put an emphasis on getting back to that pick and roll. I can't imagine. I mean, Steve Kerr's a terrible coach and overrated as all hell. But either way, they need to absolutely get Anthony Davis away from the basket as much as possible, just like they did in the second half. And therefore, you're going to tire him out. He had 4 points in that second half. They had him out there the whole time. He was able to surge for that one possession at the end of the game against Steph. Pretty much every defensive possession he's surging. But either way, get him away from the basket. Still had 3 steals. Really crafty stuff from LeBron there, calling out that Anthony Davis steal that turned into the jump ball, which of course AD was going to win 100 times out of 100. Even though Steph Curry, don't throw it out of bounds. You had a timeout. Nobody's talking about that. Why is nobody talking about that either? But I've talked enough about this one. Let's get to the play, shall we? I love the preface of everything because it gets you a little bit in the flow of things. And it's not just me with my spreadsheet, but me and my spreadsheet like the under of 14.5 rebounds for Anthony Davis. That is a gigantic, tremendously large number. It's like Vooch with Orlando playing 40 minutes a night kind of a situation. I get it. If Golden State doesn't want to play Kevon Looney because they want to go small and do whatever, he only played 11 minutes. He's now played 12, 16, and 11, coming off of a series that he was the stalwart. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But either way, if they're going to pull him away from the basket, you're going to see fewer rebounds available to other guys. Number one way to not have a center rebound every single basket is to have long rebounds. Golden State, they're going to try to just do what they do. Run and gun is what it is. Anthony Davis on team under 14.5 probably feels uncomfortable because we've seen him put up 20 spots like Kevon Looney was when he was actually playing. But I digress. I'm thinking about that one. It's in the noggin. It's number 3 on the list. But number 2 on the call sheet is Klay Thompson. Did anybody else watch Klay Thompson disappear last week? No. The last couple games were rough for most everybody there on Golden State, but I just want to put a special little shout out there on Klay Thompson because he cannot get open in any way, shape, or form at the moment. We're talking 3 for 9 from 3. Shout out Austin Reeves being that dude, having an opportunity to have Lonnie Walker, who is the story of Game 5. Incredible fourth quarter, unbelievable stuff. Every point scored in that fourth quarter for Lonnie Walker. Just the most wild ending you could possibly imagine. But they have found the equation for Klay Thompson being in that hip pocket. Plus, Klay is not accustomed to playing this massive amount of minutes. It just is what it is. He averaged 33, even with Golden State needing to win as many games down the stretch as what they did just to get themselves in this position. 33.2 minutes per game. And now, over the last 6 games, he's averaging 35. I think he's freaking tired. I think Klay Thompson, coming off of injuries, coming off of everything, is just tired. And maybe the surge of, it's not the Chase Center, is it? It's the new one in San Francisco. It's beautiful. You should go visit it. It's nice. But either way, Klay Thompson out there, I feel like we want to be shorting him again. Under 29.5 PRA. It seems like a pretty large number for a guy who can't get open, isn't necessarily a good rebounder, and surely is not out there creating shots for anybody else. His assist rate is basically nothing. 2.3 per game this season. He's had 3 in the last 3 games total. So there you go. Enjoy that for what you will. But the final play, we're going to put a bow on the whole thing. This Lakers team shouldn't be getting 7.5 again. Plus 7.5, fire it up. Lock button. Get yourselves on out of here. Have a great night. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Simple as that. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bells so you get out of here. Bet365, check them out. Check out Odd Shopper, everything we have going here. I'm telling you, this market-based approach stuff, we have the modeling, everything you could possibly want at oddshopper.com. Check that out. Check out the premium Discord if you want my betting card, my personal betting card from every single game throughout this NBA playoffs. I will be firing that up for you, except for on Saturdays. Saturdays are the days for my wife and my dog. Or for me running a half marathon on Saturday, which is going to suck. It's going to suck. It's going to be terrible. But basketball's great, so let's check that out. Check out Bet365 only if you're 21 and over, and if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be back on Thursday per usual. Until then, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Wednesday.